Shout out to BGS Ibmor because he did this video. I'm just kind of, I need to dig in his archives and get the video because it's not that old. And shout out to the Grinch too because this actually was kind of inspired by him. I was listening to his stream. Shout out to the Grinch. You make sure you go to his channel. I'll link it in the description eventually. So, I was sitting here pondering a little bit while I'm cleaning up my room, getting some shit going on right now, preparing for this week, and it didn't really dawn on me because it's a video that BGS did, and also again, I'm sitting there listening to the Grinch, and the Grinch is talking about apparently a spat that happened on Platinum's channel. Shout out to Platinum, in which a dude is just losing, basically a dude named MVP or whatever, whoever, I don't know the nigga, lost his mind on the chick. When you niggas go full automatic, you niggas go full retard on the chick. And it's happened before when I've been on panels where niggas just lose it. And it happens to the best of us sometimes, but a lot of y'all gotta realize this shit's YouTube. And some of y'all take this shit a little bit too seriously. Some of y'all bring the shit that y'all dealing with, and it's like y'all wanna, it's kind of like y'all, I mean, yeah, BGS is right. Niggas do use this for therapy, but women ain't supposed to be fucking punched. It's not about, I understand, I attack the points. And when people stop getting away from the points, or they start carrying this energy where it's like they bringing in like serious force behind what they're saying, it is serious, but it ain't that serious. And Grinch is absolutely right about that. Grinch is absolutely right about that. And I've actually seen dudes argue with other dudes. Like, I'm talking about really wilding the fuck out, or starting to really get mad over shit. And it's like, look, at the end of the day, you getting mad ain't gonna change shit. It's about navigating through it. And sometimes I understand people got to learn. Sometimes people got to learn the hard way. But anyway, the point of this video, because I want to get to the point, is we talk about, one of the things that women like to say is you mad because you don't get no pussy. The truth is, pussy's not the problem. Pussy's not the issue because you can buy that shit. And you then got to ask, because, black men are very anti-tricking. That's why you really don't see it talked about like that. Even though it definitely is a solution. But niggas just can't accept that. And BGS did a video a while ago. I'm just too lazy to go get it right now. But I will link it in the description or put it in my community tab. And it's an excellent video. It's actually a video that should be a theme for the men in 2020. 2021. And to be fair, this does validate Kevin Samuel's point and Erica's point. And it's kind of like invalidates the red pill dudes that are red pill's point when it comes to marriage. Marriage is one thing because obviously that's with the state, and men are logical enough they can tell that difference, but that's not really what I want to talk about. Men, a lot of you niggas want love. And a lot of y'all want love from a black woman. BGS talked about this and in a video maybe like a couple of months ago, like maybe 3 months ago. And it was a revelation to him. And it's not really a revelation, but I get why it could be considered that. But yeah, a lot of you niggas want love. Make sure y'all check in with a like. A lot of y'all, there's dudes. Well, and here's the thing. It's like, because I get annoyed when people want to talk about the red pill, the black pill. Most of you niggas are not black pill. Like, out of 100 dudes that say they're black pill, only like 2 of them may be legit black pill. So I try to get away from the fucking themes. I use red pill as a way of identifying, okay, this is the set of ideas and stuff, being aware, respecting being aware of things around you. But I don't use it as a mechanism to say, oh, I'm red pill. That's stupid. And that's childish. And we got dudes are way too old to be doing this shit, quite frankly. But one thing that I think gets missed in these conversations is that with a lot of these arguments with dudes are talking about not tricking, and this is where you really see it manifest. This is where you really see the shit manifest. A big reason why dudes don't want to trick is because they know that by tricking, they are admitting that that woman doesn't love them. A lot, and I'm not saying this is every dude. I'm not saying this. But I'm saying it's a big segment. I'm not even talking about this so much as the content creators that really are anti-tricking. I'm talking about the dudes that really buy into that shit that don't make content. That's specifically who I'm talking about. Those dudes really want to buy into the idea that the woman likes them. It's not about compliance. That's not what they want. They really want to be cherished. That's what they want. And this is not a reason why women say who hurt you, but this is what they want. A lot of y'all, this is a big percentage. And a lot of the reason why these niggas fight us on this shit, and they'll say, look, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like. This is the I feel like. Trust me, I've loved a woman. I've had a woman love me. It's a great thing. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. That is not something I want compliance more. I really want I want compliance more than I want love. And that's a decision that all you niggas gotta make. But honestly, love is not something like it's definitely love to me is like having $1 million home. If I can get it, sure. But is this something that I like absolutely require for my mental health? No. And when you look at patriarchies and you look at dudes that are patriarchal minded, I mean, for real, I would argue that dudes that are patriarchal minded value compliance more than love. That if they have to pick, they think they should get both. Because part of light and appreciation and respect. But this comes back to do you want respect? Because cooperation and compliance comes from respect. Do you want to be respected or do you want to be loved? Do you really want to be emotionally entangled with a female? And I would submit to you that this is why a lot of black men are cool with being in toxic relationships with females, because seeing their mothers interact with men, that's how they identify love. And so even though they know we're right on the arithmetic and the calculus of what we say, emotionally they can't accept it. Now that's a personal problem. That's not my problem. This is why it always comes back to how can we get the women on board? And it's not enough really that the environment does it, because if the environment does it, then we kind of know why we're there with utility. And this is something for each and last one of y'all or people that you know that y'all need to look at. Because when you look at these dudes where they never, because dudes, we've had critics in the manosphere for a long time. And I was also thinking about what O'Shea said too. When O'Shea was talking about, identifying and being able to connect with a female as far as African Americans. Look, man, I'm a very, and obviously O'Shea's in the medical field, which is more than what I do, but I can find different shit to connect on females with. That kind of African American ethos. We understand the same movies. I give so few fucks about that shit. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, especially if I'm somebody, if I decide I want to have kids, that is not going to be on the top of the board. Me being emotionally bonded with a woman like that. And I'm going to tell you, and I want y'all to understand, because a lot of people are going to say, well, you ain't never been in love, so you don't know, nigga. Let me tell you something. When you look at everybody, every dude, for the most part, has had puppy love. They've had, go back to the feelings that you had, even if you didn't get the bitch that you like. When there was a chick in high school, whatever, that you liked, that you were feeling, some of y'all got that chick. I got lucky and got that chick. And I go back to that feeling. It's a great feeling. Great feeling. Changes the day. It just puts, it basically, it's like being in WandaVision shit. And then when I compare that to the reality that I'm in right now, and I look at, okay, what do I want? As far as if I do decide to have kids, legacy, all of that, that is not something that is something that I think I could get, but that is not something that I'm willing to give away the fucking store for. It's not. And this is what a lot of these women are banking on. A lot of women, black women, are banking on that. They're banking on that they can trade on that, because that's an idea. Because we've already seen, this is why it's so damaging to take on a female This is why it's so damaging to take on a female that's got kids. That they're looking for a bailout. Because you are buying into something that doesn't exist in that relationship. That woman will never love you as much as she loved that nigga she gave a baby to without doing shit. Now, if you're talking to women that they got kids when they were married, you might make an argument there, but good luck with that. And there's exceptions to every rule. Fuck you and your exceptions. I'm sick of black people using exceptions to make it the rule. That is some low IQ shit. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And truth be told, when a woman has kids with a man, that is a form of being imprinted. And unless you one of them niggas that can make a woman addicted to sex, and you know if you one of them niggas or not, you need to shut the fuck up. And I'm talking about consistently. Because you know what I'm talking about. And this is not about why black men shouldn't get with single mothers, whatever. But the reality is, and this is another thing too, age becomes a factor. As we get older, and that's another thing. This is why, what do I always say? Even BGS. Once you get 35 and that testosterone starts to drop, that bullshit stops happening. This is why they say if dudes don't get married by 35, or like that 33 to like 36 range, they're less likely to get married. Because that shit is driven by emotional chemical shit. And the likelihood of you being willing to give the store away. Now, obviously, if you're older, it's different if you've been married once. Because you may have a certain idea about marriage. So you may have a certain culture when it comes to marriage. I understand that. But I'm talking about dudes that ain't been married, that ain't really come from a two-parent household, that ain't been married. Chances are, unless you really want to, like, because I know dudes that are 40 that they're cohabitating with women they had kids with. They're not looking to get married. And that woman is perfectly fine in that situation. Dudes that are conservative. So I already know. But my thing is, a lot of you niggas want love. That's really what it is. And I got some bad news for you. Just like how I'm light-skinned and I was born in the wrong generation. If I was a Gen Xer, it wouldn't have been nothing. Even with my height, it would have been nothing for me to get bitches. Because I see how these women's parents look at my ass. Used to look at my ass. And I'm talking about light-skinned women too. For real. Y'all niggas that want love, you niggas were born in the wrong generation. This is not the generation of love. This is the generation of WAP. That's what this generation is. Just like you had the 90s music, that was simp music. Boy, the 2000s was the age of 50 Cent. The 2000s was the age of, well, shit, that it ushered in the age of WAP, the stripper. All this stripper shit started really kicked off in the 2010s. T-Pain, T.I. They elevated the stripper. And now at the top of that, what do you got? Bitches like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. All these wannabe strippers that want to flip it into a lick. That's the generous. So if you want these niggas that you need love, you know, one of my favorite songs is LL Cool J. Do, do. That was my shit. That is a song till this day I could listen to, I won't say on a 10-hour, but if there's a 10-hour of that song, I could probably listen to that song and drive probably, I won't say Chicago. I can listen to that song all the way through. I know. But I'm going to tell you how you niggas sound on the I Need Love. There's another song. It's a song by Mario Winans. I don't want to know if you playing me, keep it on the low. Cause my heart can't take. That's you niggas. That is you niggas. Y'all may be listening to that song, but what's really playing that you can't hear is that song. You niggas like to think that you like I'm blanking on the name. Hold on. Joe. When Joe was like late last night. What's that song? You know what I'm saying? Y'all may think you one of them niggas, but when it come down to it, y'all niggas, yeah, that's how it is. And I'm sorry. Let me see, Joe. Stutter. That's what it was called. Stutter. Y'all may think y'all one of them niggas, but at the end of the day, if she cheating on you, she don't give a fuck. And this is one thing I will say Jason Black said that I heard it from him first. These chicks ain't, I'm going to tell you why. These chicks ain't got nothing to lose, man. Like, they don't got nothing to lose. A lot of these women don't, this is the truth. The truth is, if you deal with women that don't come from shit, I mean, I'm not talking about they come from like money, but if they don't come from nothing, this is one thing I want you all to observe with Tommy Lee and Kevin Samuels when they had that interaction. This woman said, I have no problem dealing with a dude that works at McDonald's if I'm attracted to him. Meaning if you're sexually attracted to him, because that dude might have a brick. It doesn't matter if it's illegal. She don't care because she got her own money. The reality of the situation is a lot of those women, they operate. It's kind of like I'm watching this WandaVision, right? And I know it sounds like I'm kind of bridging stuff, but I'm watching the show, and then you're looking at how Monica Rambeau, the Photon character, the Spectrum character, the black female, is relating to Wanda. And one thing, if y'all saw individuals in game, is when Wanda got dusted, Wanda wasn't afraid. For an instant, it looked like Wanda was at peace. Because if you see her story, if you know her history, know her story, at least in the MCU, she's been through a lot of shit. We know that. Eastern European chick, white chick's been through some shit. You know, but tried to do the right thing, but been through some shit. And even in the episode of WandaVision, when Vision, because Vision was cussing her ass out in one of the episodes, like for real, yelling at her and everything. When he heard what she went through, he was like, God damn, for real? And because he was like, okay, well, shit. She done really been through some shit. Had to kill me, then saw me get killed again. Then she got dusted, then snapped back. And then Monica could relate to her because Monica went to sleep, woke up when her mom was having cancer. But it looked like it was going into remission. They were doing it. Woke up, all of a sudden she died. And so it's not enough to know she died just like that. in her perspective. Also, you got to remember how she died badly because she died not believing her daughter died. Sad thing. And y'all know how that is if you lose a family member, especially if you lose somebody like a mom or a dad or grandparent. That's some hard shit. And so Monica has this mentality where she has nothing to lose. I'm going somewhere here. She has nothing to lose. And this is why she's willing to touch her hand in the goddamn force field like an idiot and get sucked into that bitch and go right back in that shit. Because her, like Wanda, she's doing some I got nothing to lose shit. You cannot control these females if they operate that way. And part of operating that way is and that's one thing about black women. Black women they will go back to the garbage pit. They will be, and BGS has said this too. I've heard BGS say this years ago too. Black women would rather be right than be secure. They would rather struggle and like the nigga they dealing with than be in a situation where that learn to love nigga. That's bullshit. Black women do not learn to love shit. I do not believe that. Generally, if they deal with somebody that they like, it's the person that they are at that point. They've got to the point where they may have changed enough, but usually that happens when they have no other options. So as long as they believe they have options, they're not going to change. And they will actually resent people that come in and do that. And you see it. You see it in K. Michelle. You see it. But I will say that Jason, so they both kind of said it, but Jason Black did say, these motherfuckers, they operate like these women that come from the streets, they operate like they got nothing to lose because low key, they're getting their biological imperative. Alpha dick is what they want, which is dick that they want, the niggas that they like. That's not going to change. There's nothing you can do to make them love you. They can pretend, but they lying. It's just a matter of these niggas, these women are deluding themselves. And this is why I say, you have to be open to and I'm not even talking about interracial dating. I'm talking about intercultural. You're going to have to widen your pool. Because a lot of y'all don't even, if we're just talking about ADOS black women, it ain't like a lot of y'all that dealt with black women all over the United States. It ain't like you all can tell me the difference between a Northeastern chick, a Midwestern chick, and a Southern chick. Most of y'all are in a very, very small block of women within your city that operate in a certain type of culture group. So really the only change up is really class. And the thing is, let's say you got money. If these women got their own money, then they looking at you the thing is, what you understand is if they are not emotionally connected to you, nothing else matters. It really doesn't. They're going to find a way. When you look at, you can be an NBA player. You see it with Steph. You saw it with KG. You saw it with Tim Duncan. KG's wife was Dominican. Tim Duncan's wife was white. Aisha's biracial. So we're not even going. I don't believe in putting it on ADOS women if it's not on them. You see it. Now compare that to LeBron's situation with his girl. Compare that to probably Chris Paul's situation. Hell, compare that to Tristan Thompson's situation. But Tristan Thompson left that bitch on the altar. And that's what the issue really is. Appreciate the super chat, Justin March. The issue is a lot of you, and this is where this is on you. This is not on the women. This is on you. You all have to make. I'm not saying you all shouldn't go for love or you shouldn't pursue that, but you all need to admit to yourselves that's what you want, number one. And maybe you all could determine who you need to be in order to get that. What you need to do. How a lot of y'all are in this, y'all want to be. And look, we can say it's blue pill, whatever. I'm not here to shame people for what they want. But don't delude yourself as to what you really want. See, me, I could give no shits about love, honestly. And I know people think I'm talking shit. I'm not. I want compliance. I value security and peace over love. I'm not one of these niggas that I'll be arguing with a bitch and being I'm in like nigga love where I'm arguing. It's emotional all the time because that's how they know how to express love. No, fuck that shit. I don't do that. I'm not doing that at all. Now some women will say that shit's boring. Well, so fucking be it. If you want that toxic shit, go get a toxic ass nigga and y'all be bitching like Summer Walker and all these other hoes. Get one of them fuck boys and y'all can be crying 1 second about how a nigga ain't shit, but the next second, how y'all in love. Go ahead. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But be honest about that's what you want. Stop trying to pretend like you want something that's normal. A lot of y'all like that nigga shit. Y'all like struggle love. Y'all like toxic. A lot of you niggas like women that argue. You all like that shit because a lot of y'all believe that's what it is because that's what y'all saw. I saw it too. But that ain't what I want. And to be fair, my brother, this is one thing, me and my brothers, we are on point on. Like, for real. And I think that's something that hasn't been really, really explored as much as it otherwise should. But that comes back on y'all. I need a woman to argue with. I need a woman to challenge me. You need to be strong to handle a black woman. You stupid ass motherfucker. If you gotta handle your woman, that spends less time with you building wealth. How can you build and you gotta handle a bitch at the same time? That's what the Trump administration looked like. And they didn't do shit. Anyway, this has been 30 minutes. Let me go through y'all questions and then I'm out. Because I meant it. I ain't want to turn it into no 2 hours. I've been saying this as near. Okay, appreciate that. These black dudes really aren't ready to pull the trigger. They want to save and negotiate with these women. They ain't ready to get off the plan. No, they want, well, it's not about getting off the plantation. They want love. And I feel bad for them because you're not in that era. That's the wrong fucking era. You're not in the era. It's kind of like you being born and you're a Jedi and you want to go back to the era of the Republic, where there was all these Jedis. No, nigga, you're on the run. This is the Empire. I know what you want, but if you can't accept what it is, you're not gonna survive. Because what's gonna happen is these women gonna use you up. And then you gonna be hate. They gonna even the women that are good. They gonna tell you they don't know why they doing what they doing. And then you gonna start hating women. You gonna start hating their ass because really it's the same reason these women hate men. It's because they want something that they can't have. These women are out here, and really this video is about happiness. It's about happiness. And ultimately, isn't that the goal? But a lot of black people can't be happy because the problem is, like on the women's side, you have women that they have been poisoned to believe that if they can't have everything, they rather have nothing. But then they're complaining about the nothing that they're having. So they don't because one thing I was talking about is, women having first world, like at the end of the day, we all live in the United States of America. Like seriously. Stop. Most of you motherfuckers, if you all could trade your passport, you could trade your citizenship, wouldn't do it. That includes the women. They wouldn't do it. So what the fuck are you really bitching about at the end of the day? But let them say it. They're the poorest people on the planet. Black women in America got the best deal of any black African descendant person for the most part. Outside of people that's like in the top 1% of those people. Yet they are the angriest and most upset. I want you to think about that. Same thing with a lot of what we complain about. I'm literally watching this drone race thing on ESPN right now. That's funny. For real. And that's something I think everybody needs to think about. Because a lot of y'all niggas like to adopt these pills as slogans, but a lot of y'all really need to ask. Because I tell you, I've asked myself these questions. And I'm not saying that, if it's something that comes around and the stuff works out, but what I'm telling you is it is something I don't need. And a lot of y'all, I know why y'all fight. And the thing about it is, hey, y'all gonna have to learn that on your own. And some of y'all, if y'all want to die on that sword, y'all can die on that fool's errand. That's on y'all. A lot of y'all are looking for somebody that looks like your mama to love you. That's really what it is. I don't know what to tell you, dude. That's not true. Well, understand that a lot of dudes are going to perceive that as love. A lot of dudes don't know the difference between respect and love. They don't know that difference. So keep that in mind. Yeah. And it's not even about submission. I don't need submission either. I need cooperation. I don't care if a woman has questions, but you ain't gonna ask me questions all the goddamn time about everything. That's not gonna happen. But because understand something. The biggest issue with submission for black men, black women, is black women submission requires trust. And black women don't trust black men. Black women don't trust black men because black women have been taught, and quite frankly, this is a Western problem. But they try to apply things that other men have done that black men have not done. But the reality is they don't trust black men. And as they don't trust black men, and I'm serious, like there is no trust. And the problem is you can't recreate that. You can't wish upon a star. And black men, the laws, here's the thing. The laws already make black men vulnerable. That's the problem. The problem is the laws make us vulnerable, so that requires us to trust women, and women have not demonstrated they're trustworthy. You can look at that in the stats, you can look at that in anything else. Now, if niggas want to just do it just to do it and roll that dice, okay, go ahead. I'm not telling you not to, but that's on you, and that's a decision, and I don't want to hear shit. Yeah, man, I know these songs. Yep, that I used to play that song too, because before like I officially talk about that red pill, I used to play that song. Because that song was a reminder. And it wasn't a reminder about what that bitch did. That was a reminder of how stupid black men are. I want somebody to find me a non-black equivalent of that shit. You right, Iman. You gotta make them invest. You gotta make them invest. Captain Cisco asks, "Is that a good show?" And nah, it's not really no feminist propaganda. I mean, no. Now that I'm looking at it, no, it is the Hex. I would tell you though, if you're gonna watch it, because a lot of people get mad at the first two episodes. Watch the third episode and then watch it. Watch the third episode and then watch like 3, 4, and 5, and then go back and watch 1 and 2, and you'll appreciate it more. Yeah, Kevin, and you notice nobody's really talking about trust. Everybody's talking about, men making women or men being these super niggas. Like, yeah, look, you got NBA players that are getting played. So I don't want to hear jack shit about well, LeBron knew what he wanted, and I mean that chick knew she wasn't gonna do no better. But you're right, that it might as well be an anomaly. What's up, King Sigma? You need to email me, let me know how your internet marketing stuff is going. Yeah. And my thing is, whenever we talk about tricking, there is nobody that tricks that are selling you niggas that, like, this is one thing Jap used to say a lot. Yeah, man, they don't really want you. I'm like, no fucking duh. You act like nobody's selling that. Yo, are these niggas really racing? Hold on.
Vortex through the bomb and into the DraftKings triple threat. Mewo putting on a clinic so far in semifinal one. No problems. He exits back onto the field. He'll head for that Diamond Gate. Oh, a mistake there. That's going to leave Jet in there, but Mewo makes a recovery. What a beautiful job to get that back after that fumble.
That don't even look real. Anyway, yeah, but nobody never said that. And I always look back and be like, these dudes really like lost it. And I get it. Y'all niggas, y'all need that general attraction. Yeah, man, ain't nothing better than when a woman actually wants you. Okay, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But also, you need to understand that other races don't have this problem. Other races of men, other ethnic group and cultures can separate it. They can separate getting your dick wet from genuine attraction. It's only black men that like need that shit. I would say white men a little bit too, but they need it. Y'all need it like a bitch needs to be loved. And I'm going to say it just like that. A lot of y'all niggas need it, and you need it so much that the idea of a woman giving it up y'all just can't handle it. It actually bothers you physically. That's an issue. Because that makes your ass vulnerable. Look, there's some of you niggas that can deal with that, but for the most part, that makes most of y'all niggas vulnerable to get fucked over. It's like you all looking for crack and then they lace that shit with something else and you die. I'm not here to tell dudes that they shouldn't be looking for love. I'm here to tell you what my take is on it. That's what I'm here. I am not here to jump on niggas, tell niggas y'all stupid. That's not what y'all blue pill. That's not what I'm here to do. But I am here to tell you the environment that you're in looking for that shit. Shout out to Base Taggart. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Well, I mean, and there's ways of dealing with the boring part, but that's how women believe. And a lot of dudes believe that. Oh, that shit's boring. Like a lot of y'all niggas believe a lot of shit these chicks say because y'all come from the same gynocentric environment. I don't look at it as boring. I look at it as, okay, this stuff is locked and done. Now I can move on to something else, like a bigger thing. Yeah, I grew up in the suburbs, nigga. I grew up around black people that were in quiet, peaceful situations. I'm not talking about quiet like in the sticks or something. But no, a lot of you niggas that come from look, I'm from Chicago, I get it. But a lot of you niggas, y'all come from struggle. Y'all need that shit. That's an addiction. And that is something I do not. Exactly. So Smurgo, what you saying? You called Love Dorsey because this is the second time you brought that up. So you called her? Yes, women want swag over stability. That's obvious. And you got to think about it. So if they want swag over stability, money doesn't matter to them unless you go spend it on them. So you spending shit to create a secure environment for a woman, they don't value that. Now, I'm not like taking chick like Love Dorsey. She values it, but she'll probably tell you that she didn't always value it. Just like how Tommy, I get it. I'm a streetwalker. They need that fast lane shit. And that's what I'm talking about when I say cultural compatibility. Y'all don't operate in the same culture and mindset. That's true too, B. They are looking for that. Or they're looking to they think that's what love a woman is. They think a woman is supposed to love you like your mother is supposed to. Tanya TKO is a loser, the end. And this is, and by the way, this is actually this is one of the few things that's kept black men from really, really going SYSBM. Remember what I said, the chains that bind black men are guilt. And then the other chain is the need for black female satisfaction, and that's black love. And that's why they sell it. These motherfuckers really believe it. Well, CJM, it's not me explaining. I get how it sounds what I said, but that's not what I'm talking about. But I get why you would have pulled that out of what I said. I'm sniffing because I have sinus issues. Fuck you, nigga. White men want compliance. White men kind of want love too, but white men want respect more than love as an overall group. That's talking about white men is actually an irrelevant argument to this conversation, Smurgo. From a black woman's perspective, they want to beat white women. So the fact, like, understand something. Think about it. White men supposedly have it all, yet they's worrying about BBC. So understand that. Make sure y'all get the likes up, y'all. We're at 56 likes. We definitely could be at 75. So a lot of that is that's called insecurity. Absolutely, Tager. Talks about sports and shit, and we need to get more into that. So y'all should definitely be supporting him more than what y'all are doing. Yeah, NC worker. Any black man that wants a woman to love them like they love their children. I mean, you don't want an ADOS black woman because that ain't happening. A lot of y'all want shit, and see, this is kind of the reverse argument. Just like how we say a lot of women. Wow, did that dude hit something? That nigga, that nigga hit something. That's stupid. A lot of y'all women, a lot of y'all dudes, that nigga hit something. Hold on. I gotta see that. Hold on. A lot of y'all dudes. Hold on. Oh no, that's not what happened. Okay. A lot of y'all dudes, it's just like with the women, that a lot of the women want some shit that they never gonna get, or it's so unlikely you're gonna get it. You might as well be playing lottery with your quality of life. I'm watching some drone shit. Oh, I'm watching some drone shit. There's some shit with drones flying. But it's same thing with you dudes. Because the thing is, you can't buy love. You can't buy love. You can't buy general attraction, genuine attraction, as Sigma said. You can't buy that shit. Now people will say, well, nigga, you can self-improve. No, you can't. You can't, not really. Because what they're not telling you is they're not telling you the cultural aspect of it. Because just because somebody's genuinely attracted to you doesn't mean they love you. Just because you hitting all the points, for real. Because these women are looking at you from the perspective of they're comparing you to that nigga on TV. I asked Deity what was a good man. That bitch said a nigga with gold teeth and dreads. That's what she said. You can't self-improve your way into that. And so if y'all really want love, y'all gonna have to expand your pool of who you dealing with. And I don't give a fuck if it's black, white, or whatever. I'm talking about from a perspective, because that, like I said, because even you hopping races ain't gonna guarantee you shit. It really ain't. So that's not what this is an advertisement for. If anything, y'all need to expand your pool as far as who type of people you're capable of dealing with. And a lot of dudes don't really want to do that. They want to go to a world. They want to go to a world like they want to go back to the 90s. I'm sorry, nigga. That ain't the world you live in. You like a generation removed from that. And the 90s was the era after the crack era. So really, we live in the era that is the true manifestation of the damage that the crack era did to the black community. Look at how those women were pre-80s. Look how they are now. That's what you're dealing with. Most of these niggas that disagree, they're going to disagree because how they feel. You have a right to feel the way you feel. That I'm not going to argue with that because I don't argue. I'm done arguing with feelings. You want to feel like the sky is yellow and pink? Go ahead. Feel that way. I hope it works for you. But this is the other side. So anyway, this real shit was brought to you by Classic Black Man, where we tell the truth even when it hurts. I hope y'all have a great Sunday. I'm out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm out. Well, if y'all think I'm cooking, go to my Cash App, $ Allen 100K, ALLEN 100K, drop $5. I appreciate that. If you think this helped you out, make sure you share the video, because this isn't really something that should trigger females. But anyway, hope you have a great Sunday. I'm out. Peace.